Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I'm Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2712 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Wisdom Trek, the Helpless Plea, and the Unrivaled God, a trek through Psalm 86, 1-10. Today we begin a new, deeply personal, and highly encouraging trek through Psalm 86, covering its opening verses 1-10 in the New Living Translation. This psalm is a prayer of David, a compilation of fervent pleas and confident affirmations, drawing wisdom and themes from many other laments and hymns throughout the Psalter. It moves from a desperate cry for immediate help, anchored in the psalmist's humility and helplessness, to a magnificent declaration of God's unrivaled greatness and universal sovereignty. In the preceding psalm, Psalm 85, we found the people waiting and listening for God's peace and the divine harmony where love and truth would meet. Psalm 86 is the personal response to that longing, a realization that the first step toward receiving God's peace is to humbly and completely cast oneself upon His mercy. It reminds us that our smallness is precisely what qualifies us for God's greatness. So let's open our hearts to David's personal plea, learning how our deepest distress can become the foundation for our most powerful declarations of faith. 1. The urgent plea of the helpless servant. Psalm 86, 1-5. Bend down, O Lord, and hear my prayer. Answer me, for I need your help. Protect me, for I am devoted to you. Save me, for I serve you and trust you. You are my God. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I cry out to you all day long. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I give myself to you. O Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive. You are filled with unfailing love for all who ask for your help. The psalm begins with an immediate physical and urgent plea for God's attention. Bend down, O Lord, and hear my prayer. Answer me, for I need your help. The image of God having to bend down speaks volumes. It paints a picture of the psalmist being utterly low, perhaps bowed down by trouble, while God is high and majestic. It's an urgent request for the transcendent God to condescend, to lean in, and to acknowledge the smallness of the one who prays. David anchors his plea in his current state, identifying himself through multiple titles of vulnerability and faith. Protect me, for I am devoted to you. Save me, for I serve you and trust you. You are my God. He uses three compelling reasons for God to intervene. 1, devotion. I am devoted to you, or I am wholly chesed, meaning he is a loyal, faithful follower of God. 2, service. I serve you. He is God's bondservant, ebed, obligated to God, and thus God has a reciprocal obligation to care for him. 3, trust. I trust you. He has placed his complete reliance on God. These are not claims of perfect righteousness, mind you, but of covenant loyalty. He's saying, Lord, I belong to you. Act like you own me. This helplessness drives his continuous prayer. Be merciful to me, O Lord, for I cry out to you all day long. His constant distress necessitates constant petition. He's not praying just once. He's crying out continuously, reminding God of his unceasing need for mercy, Hanan, that active, unearned favor. What he seeks is simple but profound. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I give myself to you. David connects his inner turmoil to his outward devotion. He desires happiness, sama, joy, gladness as the fruit of his commitment. He's not seeking pleasure, but the joy of salvation, the peace that comes from knowing he belongs entirely to God because he has given myself to you or committed his soul to God. The section culminates in a powerful declaration that transitions his prayer from urgent need to confident certainty. O Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive. You are filled with unfailing love for all who ask for your help. After detailing his own shortcomings and needs, David pivots entirely to God's character. He is so good, Tov, so ready to forgive, Salah, a deep intrinsic willingness to pardon. Most powerfully, he is filled with unfailing love, Hesed, that steadfast covenant loyalty we've discussed so often for all who appeal to him. This realization of God's character breaks the cycle of his immediate distress and anchors his hope in a truth far greater than his current troubles. 2, the unrivaled glory of the sovereign God, Psalm 86, 6-10. Listen closely to my prayer, O Lord. Hear my desperate cries. I will call to you whenever I'm in trouble, and you will answer me. No pagan god is like you, O Lord. None of their works can compare with yours. All the nations you created will come and bow before you, O Lord. They will praise your name. For you are great and perform wonderful deeds. You alone are God. David now reiterates his plea, but with a newfound certainty born from contemplating God's goodness. Listen closely to my prayer, O Lord. Hear my desperate cries. He is now confident that God will listen. This confidence fuels his commitment. I will call to you whenever I'm in trouble, and you will answer me. This is a profound statement of established faith. His prayer is no longer a desperate experiment. It's a guaranteed covenant exchange. I call. You answer. It affirms a direct, personal, and reliable relationship with the living God. This reliability is immediately rooted in God's uniqueness and sovereignty. No pagan god is like you, O Lord. None of their works can compare with yours. This is a direct challenge to the deities of the surrounding nations. In the ancient world, many believed in the reality of local gods or spiritual powers, echoing the divine council concept we discussed in Psalm 82. But David declares unequivocally that the pagan gods are utterly incomparable. Their works are worthless illusions compared to the powerful, redemptive acts of Yahweh, the one true God. This exclusive declaration of God's greatness is central to Israel's faith. David then launches into a magnificent vision of universal worship, a prophetic hope for the global recognition of God's sovereignty. All the nations you created will come and bow before you, O Lord. They will praise your name. This is a sweeping, comprehensive hope that transcends the immediate national crisis. It acknowledges that God is the creator of all nations, and they will ultimately recognize his authority. This ties directly into the prophetic vision we saw in Psalm 72, where the righteous king would rule over all the earth. The shame of being mocked by their neighbors, Psalm 79, will be replaced by the ultimate glory of all nations praising God's name. The psalmist concludes with a final, powerful affirmation of God's singularity, "For you are great and perform wonderful deeds. You alone are God." This summary statement is the theological climax of the entire section. God is great Gadol, mighty in power and splendor, and he performs wonderful deeds, Pele, miracles. His absolute uniqueness is stated without qualification. You alone are God, Ata El Lebedeka. There are no equals, no rivals, only the one true creator and sovereign. This truth, that God is unique, mighty, and answers prayer, is the ultimate source of comfort, and the reason for the psalmist's confident return to him. Psalm 86 beautifully models how personal suffering can lead to a powerful affirmation of God's character. By humbly acknowledging our need and focusing intently on his goodness, forgiveness, and unrivaled power, we can move from desperate crying to confident declaration. 3. Wisdom on the trek, the gravity of God's character. The wisdom of Psalm 86 for our trek lies in the gravity of God's character. When our need is great, our primary focus must shift away from the problem and toward the magnitude of our God. 1. Humble pleading. David begins by focusing on his helplessness, needs help, devoted servant. He models humility as the correct posture before God. Our smallness is not a hindrance. It's an invitation for God's greatness to be displayed. 2. Anchor in Hesed. He finds confidence in God's unfailing love and forgiveness. When doubt threatens, we must intentionally recall that God is so good, so ready to forgive, a truth far weightier than our current distress. 3. Rest in uniqueness. David's faith is strengthened by the fact that God is unrivaled. When faced with life's threats, we must remind ourselves, no pagan god is like you, O Lord. Our God alone has the power to create, save, and uphold the universe. His might guarantees his ability to answer our cries. Let us, like David, use our prayers as a pathway to declaring the greatness of our God, knowing that he is both the majestic King who created all nations and the merciful Father who bends down to hear the cries of his servant. If you found this podcast insightful, subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, and most importantly, your friend as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.